It's been a minute, so it's good to be back. I hope you're happy to be back here on this channel, getting some new exercise tips in this winter. Today we're talking prep for ski season. We finally have snow on the ground in California, and I know it's been falling all over the country. So we're going to talk helpful things that you can do at home daily to get yourself ready for the mountains. We're going to ramp up as we go, but think of this as week one, and you can do these on their own. You can do these before you work out. You can do them after your workout for the day. Just make sure you get them in. So we work on that leg strength and we work on keeping our knees and our ankles healthy. You don't need any weights today, but if you have them, awesome. Get maybe some light weights nearby or medicine ball, and we'll go from there. We're going to start on the ground, okay? So we're going to start laying down flat on our back. You want your lower back to press into the ground here. So if you have this big arch, like say I can stick my hands underneath my lower back, that's not okay. We want to slightly tuck those hips so that our back is nice and flat on the ground. From here, we're going to push through our big toe, our pinky toe, and our heel, squeeze and come up into that glute bridge. Now, I know everybody thinks they know how to do a glute bridge, but most people come up and they overarch. You get that arch in your lower back, and it turns out to not be a glute exercise. It turns out to be a lower back exercise that's not doing you any good. So let's think about that together. Let's slightly tuck those hips, get that lower back flat on the ground, push through your big toe, your pinky toe, and your ankle. And then I want you to give me an exhale like you're blowing out candles on a birthday cake as you lift those hips up off the ground. So you're going to come up, inhale, bring the hips back down. Same thing, keep that flat back. Exhale, press up. Inhale, come down. Exhale, come back up. So you're going to do that about 12 times, really focusing on firing the glutes each time. At the top of that range of motion, you want to feel like you're giving yourself a wedgie, like you're pinching a dollar bill between your cheeks, that nice tight squeeze. All right. Once you get 12 of those, we're going to go ahead, hold up at the top here, maintaining that neutral lower back, really pressing through our feet. You're going to take your right foot off the ground and you're going to bring your knee into your chest. From here, you're going to put that foot down. You'll exhale, push through that right foot, bring that left knee into your chest. Inhale that down to the ground. Exhale and lift up. So it's just a nice exhale every time. Inhale down, exhale up. So keep marching in place here. And I like to keep my hands on my hips so I know they're not wiggling side to side. Really focus on those nice tight glutes, on those nice tight abs. Good. Let's do 12 of those on each side. So just focus on your breathing throughout the range of motion, trying to fire brace those abs every time you lift your knee up off the ground and really bracing through the glutes. From there, we're going to go ahead, we're going to flip over into a traditional plank. All right. So once you've gotten those 12 marches on each side, you're going to flip over. I want you to take your left forearm, press it into the ground. Then you're going to take your right forearm, cross it over the top, grab your elbow, take your legs back behind you, and let's get your feet about hip width apart here. Butt's not up in the air, hips are slightly tucked. And then we're going to open our hands up so that they're parallel to each other. Elbows are directly underneath my shoulders. Hands are pressing into the ground. Glutes are super tight, and I'm in that tuck position. Again, focusing on my breathing here, okay? A lot of people, and I can feel myself doing it right now, are going to go ahead and tense up their quads when they do this too. Try to keep your quads nice and relaxed. Try to keep those tops of your legs relaxed as you squeeze your bum and hold this plank position. So you're just going to hold here. Let's hold for 10 more seconds, focusing on our breathing and just staying nice and tight. Don't let yourself relax. Keep holding here for 3, 2, 1. Good. Knees can come down. You can push back, and then we can go ahead and stand up. So I'd probably do 2 sets of all those things we just did on the ground, maybe 3 depending on the day, but definitely 2 sets of the glute bridges, 2 sets of the marching, and 2 sets of plank. So just you can just turbo through them, 30 seconds each, 2 rounds. Maybe give yourself 30 seconds of break in between if you want it. From there, we're going to stand up. We're going to work on some single leg deadlifting. So we're going to balance on our right foot. And notice I have no shoes on here. The only shoes that I would wear for doing this would be a flat-soled shoe. If you're in your running shoe, go ahead, slip that off. It's got too much cushion. You're not going to be able to feel the ground. So go ahead, stand on your right foot. You can bring your hands out in front of you. You can bring them out to the side. You can bring them to your chest. You're going to slightly bend that knee that you're standing on. So I'm going to slightly bend my right leg. I'm going to inhale, lower myself down, hold 1, 2, exhale, squeeze and stand. So as I lower myself down, I'm keeping my left toe pulled towards my shin. I'm pressing in to the ball of my foot, using the arch of my foot to hold on to the ground. I'm not clenching the ground with my toes, okay? So we're gonna do 8 of those on each side. So you're just gonna come here. You can do whatever you want with your hands. I'm a little constricted space-wise, so I'm gonna keep them right in front of me. I'm gonna inhale, hold, 1, 2, exhale, squeeze my booty and stand. All right. So let's do 8 of those on our right side. And then we'll go ahead and do 8 on the left side. Same thing on that left side. I'm going to take my hands to my chest. I'm going to inhale. This ankle's a little weaker for me. So I'm going to inhale, find my nice fixed point on the ground. Keep that right toe pulled towards my shin. 1, 2, exhale, squeeze and stand. All right. So as you're squeezing to stand, you want to think about squeezing that area right between your butt and your hamstring. All right. So go ahead and give me 8 of those on each side, really reinforcing that glute work, okay? If the balance piece feels too hard today, go ahead and stand on your right foot, take your left foot about a full step back, come up on that left toe, slight bend in your left knee, but really bend that right knee. Inhale, hinge over that right foot, feeling like you're going to fall to the ground over that right foot, keeping your back nice and flat. Hold, 1, 2, squeeze and stand from here, okay? We're just going to use this back foot as a kickstand, and your weight will still be driving into that front glute and hamstring. All right. So after you get 8 of those on each side, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our hands up behind our head, and you're going to give me 10 squats. All right. But we're going to go nice and controlled tempo on the way down and on the way up on these squats. So another thing we want to think about as we're squatting, we're going to take that big inhale, feel like we're pulling ourselves down with our big toes. But what I want you to make sure that you're doing here is that you're not folding over. So at the bottom of your squat, your chest should be upright. If you have a logo on your shirt, I should be able to read it. Then you're going to squeeze your glutes and drive up out of that. All right. So again, if you're in your squat and at the bottom, you're here, that's not a squat. All right. We've got bigger things to talk about. Hit me up with a message. We'll discuss it privately. But let's go. Hands up behind our head. You're just going to inhale down into that squat, pulling yourself down, keeping your chest tall. Exhale, squeeze the booty, drive up out of it. Inhale, pull yourself down. Exhale, squeeze the booty, drive up out of it. If you're feeling this in your lower back, that might mean that at the bottom of your squat, you're giving me that selfie butt and you're doing that booty pop, okay? So if you're popping your booty at the bottom, you're gonna get a lot of tension in your lower back. We don't want that, all right? So let's go ahead, 10 the squats. And then once you get 10 squats, we're gonna take that right into 8 squat jumps, all right? So for the squat jumps, you're gonna squat down, touch the ground, hands are gonna go up to the ceiling, jump up as high as you can. You're gonna do that 8 times, all right? So it's just inhale down, exhale up, inhale down, exhale up. Trying to be kind of quick off the ground. On the squat jumps, a lot of times we have the urge to throw our hands back as we jump up. We don't want to do that. We want our hands to go where we want our body to go. So hands go up, body goes up. 8 squat jumps. And then one more move to bring it all home. We're going to go right into pogo hops for 15 seconds each side. So you're going to pogo hop. It's not like, this is more of like a hop, but really bending your knee. A pogo hop keeps the knee much straighter. You don't want to be fully locked out, but you want to just have a soft bend. Maintain that soft bend and really focus on keeping that stiff leg as you hop up and down, okay? You're going to give me 10 hops on each side. So bringing, again, trying to bounce off the ball of your foot, other foot's off the ground. That leg stays pretty steady, pretty straight. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. You'll feel that all through your calf, your foot, and your bum. All right. So let's review that. We've got our glute bridges. We've got our glute marches. We've got our plank. 2 sets, 30 seconds of each on the ground. Then we're going to stand up. We're going to go into 8 single leg deadlifts on each side. All right. So that's where you can add the weight in if you want. You can hold that medicine ball at your chest. You can hold those weights by your side. I highly encourage you to start with just your body weight though for the first week. All right. We're going to build, we're going to get stronger as we go, but let's work on that for now. So we've got those 8 single leg deadlifts. Then we've got our 10 squats. Then we've got our 8 squat jumps and our 10 pogo hops on each side. All right. So it seems like a lot. It's not going to take you that long. Give me 2 to 3 sets of those standing exercises, and then you can call it a day. Let's work on that mountain strength. Get after it and let me know if you have any questions.